Where is it? Okay. Obviously the war with Iran is not going well. And we are honestly, we just need to totally reshape how this country views substance use and addiction and move towards those helping it rather than locking them away. True. Yeah, the U.S. is virtually all out of missiles. This is really funny to me. U.S. Army has used up much of its global stockpile of highly accurate long-range missiles during the 5-month war with Iran. According to 3 people familiar with the data, raising concerns about the military's readiness for future conflicts. The missiles are principally the Army's surface-to-surface weapons known as Army Tactical Missile Systems, precision strike missiles, and the U.S. has used virtually all of these weapons according to 2 of the sources. PMC, baby! The PMCs are about to get so much fucking money, by the way, from this war. They already are, obviously, but even more. The degree to which the military is running out of, long-range munitions, which cost more than $1 million each, are an important part of the military's arsenal, allowing accurate strikes from a safe distance. Remember when we were talking about how Russia's running out of shit? The U.S. is also running out of shit. Jesus Christ. They just don't care. Surface-to-surface missiles. Yeah, no, it's the whole war in Iran is obviously not going very well for the U.S. and it's very, very, very obvious. Where is it? Because I know Trump has said that Iran has a last chance here. Here it is. Thank you, Fox.
Meanwhile, to the Middle East.
God, all these fucking idiots are so dumb. Harris embraces far left. No, we don't want Harris in the far left. You can stay away from us.
President Trump telling Iran this is their last chance to make a deal before the United States carries out a far more punishing military operation.
Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst is live in Tel Aviv with the latest. Good morning.
Trey Yingst, what's going on, my man? How are we going to suck off Benjamin Netanyahu today in the middle of this? How many times do you guys want to bet that they're going to say, like, oh, we need boots on the ground?
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. While the Trump administration explores a diplomatic solution with Iran, the IRGC is continuing attacks in the Gulf. Overnight, a cargo ship off the coast of Oman was hit with an unknown projectile, according to maritime tracking groups. The incident comes as the U.S. naval blockade remains in effect. CENTCOM says that as of August 3rd, they have redirected 44 commercial vessels and disabled 2 others.
Captain, you are requested to alter course to 190. If you do not comply, we will compel compliance with force. This is Warship 45. We will monitor your course for compliance at this time. Warship 45 standing by on 16. Out.
President Trump posted to Truth Social on Monday saying, in part, nothing gets through to Iran unless we want it to, and nothing will get through unless a deal or total surrender is accomplished. Whether Iran wants to admit it or not, we are, in fact, talking of a solution to a problem that they have caused. The president...
Oh, yeah, reshaping the narrative again. Obviously, they don't give a fuck. Obviously, they don't give a fuck. I don't know, man. It's not going so well. There's a reason why China's doing so well and the U.S. isn't right now. Granted, if China didn't have a bajillion barrels of oil stockpiled, they would be more fucked, and so would the global economy. But fuck, man. Jesus Christ. He just doesn't care. He just doesn't care. The final warning to Iran, by the way, the last chance. This is the, 4th time they said this is the last chance, I think, now? 4th or 5th time?
The president described the state of play with Iran yesterday from the Oval Office.
Mr. President, are the talks with Iran now off and are airstrikes back
on? They're going on right now. It's an amazing...
They're on and off depending on the day. Why do you have so many pens?
Problem with Iran because
are those pens or are those bullets? I can't tell what that is.
And our airstrikes
back on? They're going on.
Those are pens. I have no idea what's going on there.
right now. It's an amazing thing. We have a little problem with Iran because we have many talks and we'll say we have or we don't have. You know, we're straight about it. But they deny, but they're not denying it now. This is the last chance. This is not something that, if it doesn't happen, this is the last chance for them to sign a good document.
A good document that we're not going to ever see.
Reports indicate Iran and Oman are
I wonder if it's the exact same document. It'd be really funny if it was the exact same
nearing
document.
a deal regarding control of the Strait of Hormuz and splitting service fees between them. It's not clear if the terms would be acceptable to the Trump administration that has maintained zero fees should be charged in this international waterway. There are uncertain days ahead in the region as the Middle East waits to see if a deal will be reached or we'll see a return to war. Guys?
So Trey, real quickly, the president talked about the military operation that was leaked over the weekend. It's obviously, they need to figure out who's leaking from the White House.
It's probably the entire White House, dog.
That has to be someone high within government that put that out there to sources. It's our job as the press to cover that. But I'm curious from your perspective and your sources on the state of play that league played out in the Middle East, and who then phoned the White House to get to the negotiating table?
It's a great question because these leaks can be substantial. And when you're looking at a situation with 50,000 U.S. service members, destroyers, refuelers, fighter jets across the region, the operational security is very significant whenever there are plans being made to strike Iran. And the president indicated he called off the planned strikes at the request not only of Iran, but also of Gulf allies
And Pakistan.
like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE. What was interesting, though, Lawrence, we spoke with senior Israeli intelligence officials over the weekend who said they weren't even aware of the details.
Oh, they're so upset about Israel not knowing.
And that's how close the administration was holding these details to the chest because of how sensitive it is in the region. And so moving forward, we do anticipate the Trump administration will do everything possible to ensure that they're not giving Iran a heads up. They want to keep the Iranians guessing as these diplomatic pathways play out, understanding that if the talks fail, we are likely looking at a return to combat operations.
The combat operations have never stopped for more than like a handful of hours or a couple days.
So obviously, Trey, we are seeing the White House trying to keep their cards close to the vest, but there is also
Chest, not vest.
a tremendous buildup. We've watched a tremendous buildup over the last couple of months. Some of that is Trump trying to put pressure on Iran. But when you compare the buildup that we've seen over the last couple of weeks to the buildup that we had when all of this began 6 months ago, can you compare the posture?
It's slightly larger, and the president indicated the strikes that were planned are actually larger as well. He described them as the largest since World War II. But when we look at the equation right now, this is not just an equation of military pressure. This is an equation of economic deterrence. And that's exactly what we have seen from the Trump administration over the past several weeks with the resumption of the U.S. naval blockade. This blockade of Iranian ports is costing the Iranian regime hundreds of millions of dollars each and every day. And it's part of the reason that the Iranians are looking for an agreement, because they understand that as the U.S. military maintains its presence in the region, they have very few options in terms of an off-ramp here. They are either looking at a return to combat operations or some sort of agreement, a negotiated settlement that would alleviate that economic pressure and avoid strikes against the regime.
Okay, Trey, thank you.
I don't know, man. I don't see any future. It's almost humorous how it clears the whole program is owned by Israel. Yeah, they're very obviously owned by Israel. It's pretty fucking obvious. Because, there's no way that they're going to be constantly just bringing up the fact that Israel's not being clued in and that they're upset about it without being like, oh, okay, these guys are just obviously owned by Israel. I don't even know at this point, man. Because nothing from this war is going well for the U.S. Because I think Trump even got upset with MS Now. I wanted to see this. Hold on.
With the contractor, but we weren't necessarily thrilled with the contractor.
Oh, this is about the reflecting pool. Never mind. Fuck you, Rand Paul. I mean, nobody's Senator Kelly, Rand Paul, they're all upset with Trump's, actions in Iran. He's not winning over anybody. This is huge, though. The fact that they're almost out of missiles is, whoo! It's not good for the U.S. I'm telling you right now. It's good for MICs, though. Military industrial contractors. Oh, my God. And obviously, they're going to keep running this over and over and over and over and over and over again. This story. I wanted to see. I thought something new came out about Iran past that. Nope, nothing. Cool. Nothing. There's nothing that I'm seeing yet. I don't know, man. If China decides, by the way, we're so fucked if China decides to, resume importing oil, because they have not been doing anything when it comes to taking in oil. They have literally just been letting it. Their stockpiles are so big that they can literally just do whatever the fuck they want for the foreseeable future. But if they start taking in oil, that's a huge amount. That's gonna fuck us.